So what are we seeing today, Mike?
We are seeing an ice jam on the Delaware. So the Delaware has actually jammed up with ice, and it has actually caused flood warnings in the surrounding area. And you can see over there that the Delaware is actually up almost to the edge of the road there, just with ice flows and stuff. If you look way out there, you can actually see icebergs floating in the river and stuff behind the bridge.
Let's go take a look at the icebergs, Mike.
And over there, you can see the island completely covered by ice, and just the tops of those trees.
Oh, those trees might die.
Those trees might die. But it is pretty damn cool.
And there's an NBC 10 and Telemundo 62 news truck over there, and we'd beat them to the scoop.
That's true. Impressive.
I would say over here the ice looks about a couple inches deep, probably not deep and whole enough to stand on unless you're a bird, which there are on the other side. Hey Mike, there's birds on the other side, they're not here. This isn't the cool side.
Yeah, you're right, the birds are over there.
They're like, there's humans over there. It's got one small channel of water that's trying to flow.
And you can see, I mean, the Delaware is usually a pretty quick river, and it's basically stopped. I mean, I'm sure it's flowing underneath, but that ice goes pretty much actually right to the bottom of the river.
How deep is it here, do you think?
The river's only a couple feet deep here, which is why this kind of like jammed it up. Like once the
so if you did fall through, you might not die.
I mean, you might not die, but
not drown.
You probably wouldn't be able to get out. Like you would die before you got out. There's nobody here to rescue you, so you'd be fucked.
There's a news truck.
They'd be unlikely to get here in time.
If you have your 911, I fell into the Delaware. Please help me. I'm freezing. So you would die of hypothermia before you drown because your feet might hit the bottom, right?
I don't think it's maybe. I mean, your feet might hit the bottom, but I mean, you would not be able to make any phone calls. People that fall into the river are not able to like take out a phone and make emergency calls. They would just
Well, yeah, and when
you don't even have to be able to speak.
Well, I mean, when it's all water, yeah. But
even if you fell in the water here, you wouldn't be able to speak. You would just sink.
You think you wouldn't be able to try to grab onto some of those bigger ice things and hope that you didn't fall under with your head?
You might be able to try, but like that's one of the well-known things about people that fall into icy water is they actually can't call for help.
But
like even when if you're halfway out of the water, it freezes your lungs and your stomach to the point where it actually constricts your vocal cords. You can't call for help.
That makes sense. That's when you just dial 911 and hope they can triangulate your location.
You would. There's a lot of things wrong with that. I hope you never have to find out how not entirely accurate that is.
No, I've heard of stories where people, are being like attacked or someone's in their house and they can't speak. They call 911 and they still end up arriving on their location.
Yeah, but you'd have to feel how bitingly cold it is. The idea that you'd be able to take out your cell phone, even if it still works, take out your cell phone and dial 911 and have the conscious ability to do that, it's fantasy.
I think we should test it.
Give it a shot.
Focus. There we go. This is pretty. It goes all the way down there. This is going to be on YouTube. You try to tell me how 911 works. I think we should go down there and check out that area. This looks like it was the last section to freeze.
Yeah, I wonder what makes this section over here different. Like it's obviously
because it's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, like that might be. Maybe it is like the last section. If it was like moving faster here, because it's totally into ice.
I was gonna say I can actually I think I can answer that for you. Currents.
That makes sense.
I learned about that. That's something. See, I can teach you about this, Mike. You see, where the water is moving faster, it's less likely to stop moving, whether that's via freezing or stuck behind a rock.
Look at the size of this ice cone. It's hard to get a scale.
No, we can do it if I go down there.
Yeah, okay.
Mike, you should come over here. Hi. Hi there. Oh, hi. Look at that. this is probably the only spot in the river where if you fell in, you might not die right away.
Yeah, you might
If
break legs on that shit. That is thick.
Well, yeah, but I'd rather break legs than die. I mean, it's all fractured here. I mean, if you fell there, you'd probably fall right through it. But if you were lucky enough to not fall through it, you might be able to survive long enough for some rescue people to come over here
Yeah.
and for them to launch someone in a harness over the side here and hopefully try to grab you before you actually fall through. Did I gave a slightly better hypothetical with that one.
Yes.
But still, I wouldn't want to fall there. I mean, for me, I would just die. I would just shatter. I have EDS, I would shatter. Don't you laugh at my disability. Look at that, some pink ice there. And before my phone runs out of memory, look, show everybody how cute I look with my catness.
Oh.
Oh, right.
Now smile. Oh. And now she frees.
Now let go of the little. Hey, no, follow, zip back up. Take a look. Oh, show over there, that one right there with the pink ice over there. You know, we should paint this.
These would be cool things to paint, actually. That would be awesome. I want to get some video of this. So check that out. So here's the cars and stuff over there, and you can see, maybe you can kind of see just how big. I mean, those ice chunks are probably, like each one of those is probably about the size of a car. And they're thick. They're at least like probably 5-6 inches thick.
I'm gonna have to watch that video to hear what you were saying.
No, just pointing out, like these are, some of those ice chunks are like the size of a car, and they're probably 5-6 inches thick, or more in some of them.
I mean, if you don't count the small fractures.
Right. But like even like it's all just it's
Look,
a thick gloop.
that one's the size of your little compact car.
Yeah.
He has a black scent.
I have a black accent. Yes. It's the best little car. I love my Hyundai.
I know. It is awesome. That right there is 25. Look, there is a little bit of flowing water. A little bit.
Yeah, it's getting through, but it's pushing all the ice up against the bridge.
I mean, I'm sure the water underneath is still getting through, but not on the top.
I'm gonna end this here. 'Cause
Smile.